welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Borussia podcast. Some pretty exciting things to talk about. I think Dortmund's had a pretty solid run lately, and I think we closed out the season pretty strong.
Season is has ended, so and man, it's been a long and stressful, exciting, funny, sometimes shitty journey, but it has been so fucking entertaining, like from beginning to end. Uh, but yeah, so many things have happened in this season that didn't happen in a long time. But yeah, we still managed to get something out of it. So yeah, the season ended in a high note, in my opinion. More than that, actually, it ended better than we expected. By I remember that by January or February we were pretty in a tough situation,
Yeah,
and
it was not looking good at that point in time.
yeah, it was looking pretty pretty fucked up. If you asked me then, and you were like, what do you think our position will be in the table by the end of the season? I'll be like seventh position, and I would not talk about any other thing. No Champions League, no Pokal, nothing. Just I would just say, hey, or we'll just try to survive and to keep our dignity. But thankfully, things like decisions were taken, difficult decisions, and here we are. End of the season, third place, silverware, and our best players in top form, top shape. So I can't complain. Actually, it's way better than we expected. So yeah, like so many people like to thank for this achievement, quote unquote. So yeah, we'll start with the obvious. Edin Terzic, he is the mastermind behind this change. His approach towards the team, his way, the way he is coaching the team, the way he is motivating the team, either on or off the pitch, has been unbelievably successful. Like we've seen the results of that. You could actually see that players like he brought back so much confidence in players that seemed out of the season. Like an example will be Jadon Sancho, who was almost inexistent for the first part of the season, has been brought back to life, has finished in a very high note himself, and yeah, so yeah, that's he's like the person to thank here. Also, sad to see him like. There are rumors that he's been solicited by other teams in Europe, so I'll be very happy for him to move on to a bigger team, hopefully, or maybe to have experience in a European top team. But I will be sad to see him go. He was so precious to us this season. Like in my opinion, I would still say that uh, maybe announcing or signing Marco Rose was a little bit premature. But yeah, it's like because you could also see that the everyone was asking for a like at some point where when Edin Terzic took charge. Just after that, we were just expecting him to be like on the top level right away, and he had his struggles. So everyone was asking for a real like an experienced manager, top class manager, and the management had no choice but to sign a top like flight manager, and they ended up signing Marco Rose. And in my opinion, like if I would like go back in time and have any influence on that, I would not sign him. Actually, I would keep Terzic for the next season. But yeah, what's happened, and I hope he stays. If he stays, it's cool. If he leaves, Like good luck to him. He has been like a tremendous like powerful influence in all like everything that like there's no way to thank him actually. So yeah. And yeah, he's a club like he will be a club legend. He will be remembered forever, and yeah, that's the first person that comes to mind in my opinion, actually.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair analysis of Aiden Terzic. I think obviously it was a little tough for him at first. He obviously had a lot he had to accomplish, and he was inheriting quite a struggling team, but
Yeah,
he managed to put some pieces together that for some reason weren't fitting together in the first part of the season, and by the end of the season, like I was so impressed over the last six league matches in a row that we won. Like that's insane. I feel like if we would have been able to get to that level, like I don't know, midway through the first half of the season, this season could have really been an interesting season. But I mean,
yeah,
it was still a very interesting season, but it just felt like, I don't know, like you said, we felt so disappointed for the first half of it, and
yeah,
then Terzic completely took this team and did a 180 and like got us right on the track, right back on the right track. And I think it shows too in the performances. Like our best players really started to shine, I think, in these last few weeks. Like Marco
yeah,
Reus, Jadon Sancho, Erling Haaland, Guerrero. Like it was just Lucas Piszczek, dude. Like Lucas
yeah,
Piszczek is number 2 for thank you, not because like for this season, but because I just want to thank him for being such an integral part of Dortmund for so many years.
yeah,
And I think we've already talked about him on the podcast a bit before. It's sad that we aren't going to see him in the black and yellow anymore, but we still wish him absolutely the best of luck moving forward. Like I think he's probably pretty excited to go back and play in Poland, and I'm certainly excited for him to kind of close out his career at home. I think that's pretty cool.
yeah. He's been one of our like oldest, most loyal players. And crazy thing is that he was actually solicited by Bayern and other big teams in Europe several times throughout his career, and he never left. And he was considered at some point like around from when he joined Dortmund till around like 2015 2016 season. He was considered one of the best right backs in Europe, like one of the top right backs in Europe, and he was always like solicited by these teams, but he never left, and he stayed. He built a huge partnership with Marcel Schmelzer, who's also retired this season, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see that he is one of these players who didn't leave. Like they had the choice to, but they still remain, just like Marco Reus. And I would say, yeah, a huge thanks to him. Like well deserved. Like he is a club legend. There is no way around that. I'm sure that he is up there with all the legendary like players who have played for Borussia Dortmund. So I'll be happy to see him again as a manager sometime in the future as a Borussia Dortmund manager. Why not? He has everything it takes to do that. So yeah, he's gonna be back here at Poland, so he can maybe coach in another team, maybe halfway play coach. It's not really professional playing, but more likely he's gonna be some kind of he's gonna have some kind of a management role. So yeah, all the best luck to him. And to be honest, all the players have been absolutely like magnificent, no exceptions. Even Akanji, who I was like criticizing last season all the time, this season he was actually perfect. And,
He was
yeah,
phenomenal this year.
like I didn't notice him at all, and you know that when you don't notice a defender, it means that they are doing a great job. So he was a solid player. Yes, he was injured for some part of his the season, but he still was able to come back and play a huge role. And everyone else, like Marvin Higgs, stepped in and filled in shoes on for Roman Burki. Burki is back, so that's great as well to see. Mats Hummels, huge leadership, as well as Emre Can. Rafael Guerrero, outstanding season, one of the best left backs in the world right now. And Matthew Morey, may he get well soon. He has been also a huge addition to our team, and hopefully he's gonna remain with us and recover from his injury. Meunier hasn't been like the best, to be honest, but he still did his best in his first season in Germany. Coming from France to Germany is not the easiest thing. It's not the same way of playing. It's nothing to do with both these competitions are very different. So in the midfield we have Witsel. Hopefully we'll see him next season, and he's recovering right now. So hopefully he'll be fit for next season. Bellingham, in my opinion, this season's revelation in terms of Borussia Dortmund. Like that player at 17 years old, what he did this season, either in the Champions League or the Bundesliga or the DFB Pokal, it's an amazing job. Now I'm sure that he's on the radar for many of Premier League, like Bundesliga and also La Liga teams. So I'm sure that we'll be seeing more of him. Dahoud as well, he's back. He's back on track actually. So and I'm happy to see him. He's still a young player, and I'm sure that we'll see more of him next season under Marco Rose. Brandt was good as well. He did his best, and while I'm at it, I'm just going to cite each and every one of our squad players. Let me see. Okay, we need to say that because because it's also tough, man, without the supporters in the stands. It's very difficult. Like we've always been the team that relied on supporters a lot. So especially with the atmosphere in this Signal Iduna Park. So Zagadou hasn't been much, like he hasn't been involved at all. Scholes was good, played his role when he was asked to. Piszczek, obviously. Schmelzer played a few games in the beginning of the season. I think it's the preseason, but he wasn't there at all for the most of the season. Delaney was there fighting in the midfield. Jadon Sancho, obviously, coming back from all his the level he reached, like the low level that he reached towards January, and like bouncing back and finishing a solid season with 8 goals and 11 assists only in the Bundesliga is unbelievable. So huge thanks to that to him. Hazard as well. He's been good when he was given the opportunity. Renier played his role. I'm not sure we'll see him here next season, but never know how Real Madrid are going to deal with that. So Paslak as well played some games. Gio Reyna, very very good prospect, one of our youngsters who are going to be huge in the future, be hopefully leaders. And then in the attack we have our dear Marco Reus, who is, by the way, Marco Reus is not going to participate in the European Championship because of his own decision. So he wanted to allow his body to recover because he feels that he reached his top level again, and he doesn't want to jeopardize that with another competition after this tough and intense season. Of course, Moukoko has made a huge mark, scoring goals at such a young age. Unfortunately, he was injured, but he's going to be back. Tiggs probably will be one of our main strikers next season, alongside Erling Haaland, who was absolutely phenomenal this season. Stats speak for themselves: 27 goals, 6 assists, 20 years old. Nothing to say about that. Just it's impressive. I hope next season he will do even more. We saw that Lewandowski has beaten I don't know how many years that Gerd Muller's statistic has been standing, but he has beaten it. Now he is at 41 goals. So I'm sure that if Haaland stays at Dortmund, I'm sure that he will be able to overcome that number, even if it seems like so impossible to do. But yeah, and also one of our revelations this season, Ansgar Knauf, very strong player, and I'm sure that we'll see more of him next season. So yeah, this is the squad that participated this season. Here's thanks to them, and also to our manager, like the management, especially the one who are known, Michael Zorc, Matthias Sammer, also I think Sebastian Kiel was there as well for the entire season, and Watzke. Like, these people have made it possible that we didn't end up at the bottom of the league, or worse, what happened to Schalke, that they were relegated. And yeah, like if you like, it's things in football that happen, and you will never consider that they will happen, but they happen at some point. So no one was expecting Schalke to drop. Werder Bremen dropped as well. So these are huge surprises for the Bundesliga. We've seen huge teams dropping and never coming back again. I will give the example of Hannover, Hamburg, Nuremberg, Kaiserslautern. These teams never came back to the Bundesliga after they dropped. So yeah, although we are rivals with Schalke, but come on, dude, we want to see the intense Klassiker. We want to see the the supporters in the stands, either in the Veltins Arena or the Signal Iduna Park. So yeah, I'm bummed for them that they have been relegated. Hopefully we'll see them soon, so we can compete with them in a higher level. They've been one of our motivations actually to win games and to get titles. So and yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah, I just felt like I wanted to thank each and every one of people who were like closely involved in this season. So yeah, and yeah, hopefully next season, I'm sure that rumors say that Sancho is going to leave, and yeah, I mean, in my opinion, he still stayed more than he had to. In my opinion, I don't know what you think about that. And I know that like a lot of fans will be angry at that, but I think he stayed more than he had to, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think there were plenty of opportunities for him to leave before this season. Not just last year, but even before last season. I feel like, I don't know, just the fact that he continued to stick with Dortmund, especially like in the second half of this season. After the way the season started, I don't know. It just felt like Dortmund weren't using Sancho, and it also felt like we were like just kind of letting his talent waste almost. And so like had he chosen to leave, I feel like it wouldn't have been necessarily like wrong of him to do that, but he continued to like stand by the club, and I'm like very appreciative of that, because I don't know, it just seems like you said, he's stayed longer than I think most people expected him to.
Yeah.
And he's also like, he's playing in Germany when, without a doubt, like if he wanted to, he could go play in England, he could go play in Spain, he could play pretty much anywhere he wants.
Yes. And
he could play for a like a Manchester City or a Manchester United if he really wanted to. But the fact that he chose to continue to stick with Dortmund, even when it looked like we wouldn't qualify for a Champions League spot, like that alone is pretty impressive. And it just shows you the type of character he has and the type of person he is and where his heart is. And the fact that like he not only stayed, but then basically solidified our status as a Champions League competitor for next season. Like he played a huge role in the final 9 matches of the season.
Yeah.
And like there's no doubt that he made it a lot easier for us to qualify for the Champions League next year. And like, I mean, I'm very grateful for that, knowing that he could have gone and played for a team that was like guaranteed Champions League status for next year. So I feel like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves during the offseason. The rumors are pretty loud, but
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to hold out hope that for some reason Jadon Sancho stays with Dortmund, because I absolutely love watching him wear the black and yellow. And I mean, I don't know if you're listening, Jadon. Like, you'd make my 2021. You'd make my whole year if you decided to stay. But like, I won't be devastated if you don't. But like, yo, please stay.
Yeah. I share the same thing, like a same opinion with you on that. But if he leaves, I will happily watch some of his games. Will happily follow up in his next club, and I am pretty sure that he will be one of the best players in the world in the next few years. So very excited for him. Whatever his decision is, it's all win for me. He's as you said. I don't think without him. I don't think that without him we would have been able to reach the level we've reached this season, and to qualify for the Champions League, as well as to get the German Cup. So yeah, huge thanks to him. And if he, life goes on. I'm sure that Zorc will find another player. Will not fill in Jadon Sancho's particular shoes, but he will do his best as well to be a top player. So yeah, and also we have huge prospects as well. As I said, we have Knauf, we have Giorena, we have Billingham who can fill in. So I would say yeah. Well, let's wait and see. As for the rumors, we have Haaland rumors, but it was pretty much said that he's not gonna leave this season. So I think that we need to try to lower the exodus as lower as possible. Allow like in my opinion, if someone has to leave and if they deserve to leave, I would say Sancho can leave, because they resisted the temptation of leaving like 2 seasons ago even. And other than that, I think everyone else should stay. We should keep them all, even Brandon Hazard. These are very important players for our future. So, but there's also this the economic, the economy and like the financial side of things. Even if you don't want to get rid of players or sell players, you will still need to, or you might be obligated to, because of financial. It's been tough for all teams this season, and I'm sure that Dortmund is not an exception. We've always played each and every game at home filled with 81,000+ supporters each game, and you will imagine how much money that brought for Dortmund each week, like week in, week out. And without that money, I mean, how can you survive? So selling players is going to be a huge thing for all teams this season, so they can recover some of their losses during the season, and hopefully we'll see supporters next season. I'm also excited, myself, a potential supporter. I want to go and watch a few games in Dortmund, so can't wait to be able to do that. I know that as soon as it's possible again, it's gonna be so fucking tough to get tickets to watch a game. Yeah, but we'll try to get one, and we'll try to pay whatever price they are asking. So yeah. Other than that, finished third, behind Leipzig. Nagelsmann moved to Bayern from Leipzig. Sorry, he took with him the defender Upamecano. So we'll see some interesting things next season from Bayern. Again, goes without saying, next season will be starting competition, looking or trying to get some major competitions again. This season we got the DFB Pokal, which is a major competition. So hopefully next season will be the both the Bundesliga and the Pokal as well. And yeah, what else did I want to touch on actually? I don't know, but if you have some points, because I've been like speaking for.
No, that's okay. I think you're covering pretty much everything that I was interested in talking about. Like it's, I feel like where we were in January and where we are now, how I feel about the team has changed a lot. And I think, I don't know, like it's weird to feel so good about the way the season ended, because I feel like in the past, it's like everything leading up to the end of the season that feels great as a Dortmund fan, and then the end of the season feels like a letdown. But this time around, it really felt like, the other way around, where it felt like the first half of the season, and even a little bit early in the second half, was like difficult, was painful, frustrating. But by the end of the season, like, I don't know, I felt really good about watching the team, and like, I thought things really came together. So I don't know. I'm like, why does the season have to end now? Why can't it go like 5 more weeks? Because it's just fun to watch us when we play this well,
Yeah, that's actually very very accurate, and I would say the same. And another honorable mention, Sven Bender, who alongside his twin brother Lars Bender have also retired. Same game, we played them last game, so they retired as well. Nice gesture from actually, I don't know if you watched the game, but Roman Burki allowed Lars Bender to score a penalty. He just told him just shoot. I'm not gonna do anything to stop the goal from going in. That was a very nice gesture from him. And
I respected that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's. We've seen some nice moments. Funny enough, the referee, I don't remember his name. He retired as well. It was his last game as a referee, so it was also fun to see. And there were good moments at that game, so everyone was happy. Morale was high in the hopes of a better season next in 2021, 2022. I just read that there are some rumors that we are trying to sign Marc-André ter Stegen from Barcelona. I don't know, as a goalkeeper. But it's not really a huge rumor. However, we are actually trying to sign a goalkeeper. Actually, we are looking into that. So So I wouldn't be surprised to see a new goalkeeper next season. Other than that, nothing new. But we'll still, like, even if it's actually Erling Haaland has been named Bundesliga Player of the Season. So that's huge.
Yeah, that's awesome. He deserves it. I mean, he had
cool.
one hell of a season.
Yeah, he did. He did, man. And 20 years of age. Sadly, that only brings more sharks. But at the same time, it's bound to happen. We're not, till now, we're still not that destination club. For some players, we are. But for the top level players, world class level players, we're not. Like, it's very rare where you see that a top level player stays at Dortmund. Like, I would say Piszczek and Marco Reus are the exception here. Other than that, it's very tempting.
Well, and Rafael Guerrero,
And Rafael Guerrero as well. Yes. Because he was linked with PSG several times in the last few years, and because he's from France, so it would have made sense for him and his family actually, but he still stayed. So yeah, it's unbelievable, man, how some players are involved in the overall success of the team. So I appreciate that as well. And yeah, next season will be with Marco Rose. He didn't have the best end of the season since he was announced that he's going to leave. So that raises some concerns for me at least. But I know that he's like a top level manager, so I'm sure he's going to use his experience in other teams and he's still young, so I believe that he will be a great addition to the team. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, so even if this is like considered the last podcast of the season, we'll still try to do a few ones every now and then if they are like major, like some maybe if there are like some friendly games or major updates on who's leaving, who's not. So we'll try to do something about that. And okay, yeah, I'm just taking a look at the news about transfers so far. So they say that Sancho can leave for around 90 or between 80 and 100 million. Whoever like gives the best bid plus where the actual player wants to move. For now, leading the race is Manchester United and Liverpool. I want to see him at Liverpool. Actually, I don't.
Yeah,
really
I would like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Liverpool will be cool. And yeah, but wherever he goes, we'll follow up. Maybe get a jersey or something like that. So that'll be nice. What else? Yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't know if you have anything to add from your side.
No, I think that's it for me too. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, actually, yes. One last point. I'm sure that many of Borussia Dortmund fans, like me, I empathize with Atletico Madrid, and I'm happy that they were crowned La Liga champions this season. So congratulations to them. Huge work they did to take the throne from Real Madrid and Barcelona this season. So it's good for them. Also, yeah, just remembering things. Congratulations to Ashraf Hakimi, who is Italian champion this season. So
yes, you're right. True.
Yes, they got the championship as well from Juventus after Juventus has been dominating for several years. Hopefully, Dortmund will also take the championship from Bayern next season. And good luck to our old coach Thomas Tuchel in the Champions League final this week against Man City. Man, I don't want Man City. I don't want Man City to win.
No.
Yeah, Chelsea are the underdog, and I hope they win. They have Pulisic after all, so.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta cheer for our former guy.
Yes. Absolutely, man. And yeah, I can't remember anything else. So yeah. What about you? Anything else you want to add, Ryan?
No, I think that's it. I'm looking forward to Chelsea beating Manchester City in the Champions League. That's got to happen. Yeah. This will be like the season of the underdogs. So let's see them get that title and yeah. So yeah, thank you for everyone who was listening throughout this season. Appreciate it, and see you very soon.